Fred Williams XL Prime, show all players by team. This one can get a little bit gnarly in that we're messing around with columns. We're messing around with columns, and then we got to throw them over into rows. And we don't need to use mmult on this one. Why? Because we can identify the players here, and then just identify by teams. We're going to use the index, or very similar to the previous tutorial. We're going to just break this down using the small instead of match. So here we have this array and then our row number. And here we have this column issue. And within small, we have this if, then we have this value of true. We're going to throw this all into small. And this ultimately is the array, and then the K factor is this column. That's what allows us to sneak in this player, identify the player. So here I have this broken down piece by piece. Over here is our narrative, very short, to the point. We've done this before. I'm going to just break this down and show you what we did. Players, 264, C5 to C11, team, B5, B11. So intuitively, what we're saying is we have a team, Coyote. What player is associated with Coyote? Stephen. And then Philip, then Mark. Got that? And we're only going for 3. We're going to keep this as simple as possible. Tiger, notice there's only 2, and then deer. What we're doing, if you notice that this is not a spill feature, we're going to copy right and deal with it accordingly. All right. Here we have this formula, if error. You can throw the if error out. We're not going to even concentrate on that. That'll be at the very end. Why? Because this is F9, I think. Nope, this is fixed. I don't want to see an NA in these spaces, so I just put this if error. Back to the point. Index, again, is just going to find whatever small produces. So small is if. So find, we're going to get some numbers here. Based on our rows, sort through this stuff. Here is our column. Column E5, E4. So let me grab this entire thing here. If, edit, copy, hit escape, all the way over here. This is probably going to be a mess. And then always put a space here so you can see the entire formula. And columns doesn't show up here. And I could wrap this thing, but I'm not going to. You can sort through this thing. All right, we have columns E5, E4. We already showed you that that's going to be the K factor in the small. See this K? What is it? It's position as an integer where 1 corresponds to the smallest value. Got that? And then the small is the array. It's whatever we're searching for. And then rows, we've done rows, or row. We're going to go, well, this is going to be, and keep in mind, we're looking up here. Players, notice row players 264. Players C5 to C11. Notice I didn't put C5 to C11. I just reference players minus row players. We're just going this row. We're going to get row 5. Row 5 minus min row 5. It's going to be 5 minus 5 plus 1. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got that? Then we're going to do this logic test. Team 6-4, team 264 is equal to, and what's team? B5 to B11 is equal to E5. E5, Coyote. We have to reference something. And so there's our reference. Then we have this test. If 264 is equal to E5 row, we have this value, if true, F9. And we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what's it saying is, let's try to find Coyote. Then small is going to go if, and then if true, the array, F9. Put it 1, array, F9. Saying if true, 1, we're going to get false, 2, false, 1. And then small is going to do what? It's going to put this It's going to find the smalls, F9, array F9, F9, 4, 4, 5, column, 9. And what's small going to do? It's going to find 2. Remember what we're doing. This is per cell, per cell. And what did it find? It found 2. It found 2. Where? In C. And that's how we got Stephen. You see that? We're looking for small, 2. We're to look here at this next cell. We're going to see F9, array F9. And we have 2, 4, 5. And then column. Remember a column, we have 1, 2. This is the key here. F9, we have column 2. It's saying small, column 2. Column 2, and it's going to be 4. It's asking for the second smallest. So on and so forth. Pretty slick, isn't it? There, we're just going to throw this into the array. Notice we just have all the players. This is just the list of C's. Here, we wrap it all together. An index is saying array, the players, row number, F9, and it's going to be row 2. And then I put this in the if statement, if error, and that's how we wrap it all up. Just think of the logic here. We're saying, let's look up Coyote, and find the first player in our team, and it's Stephen, using the if, small, and column combination. Brad Williams, XL Prime.